Welcome to Nobody Knows with Joey Johnson, powered in part by Deep Wax Productions and Classic of Denton.
Hey people.
Hey, what's up everybody?
What is up? We're here in the studio where we do this from, I suppose, right? I mean, that's where we are located. This is that whole sponsor part. As Richie shares, I scroll through text messages from our sponsor, Mr. Mark Zimmerman, who runs Deep Wax Productions. For those that don't know, Deep Wax Productions, I just say that every time. I have this like down. For those that don't know, Deep Wax Productions is a local production promotion company. What are you doing? Share today. We have capital D, capital A, capital R, capital W. It's DARWN without an I with an M. Anyway, sorry, I was helping Richie share, guys. Deep Wax Productions, for those that don't know, is a production and promotion company out here in the Denton area. Ran by Mr. Mark Zimmerman. They put on all kinds of shows in the area. There's a lot of events at the Bearded Monk, most of them going towards charities and for good causes to promote well-being in the community and for the artists in the community. Just getting names out there. So look up Deep Wax Productions on Facebook, on Instagram. Deep Wax, D-E-E-P Wax. You got it. They do have an event coming up June 30th, the beer fight over at Bearded Monk.
Is that like a pillow fight?
Yeah. It's like they've done it before and we've promoted it.
Did you see the last one?
No, I got asked to do it, but then I was in Colorado, I think.
I saw clips of it on Instagram, and it was probably one of the most hilarious things I've ever seen.
Genuinely?
I mean, there was tons of people around, and they have these goblets.
They're like, you're holding a beer.
Holding beer cups.
You're holding, a mug, like a pint of beer.
A pint?
You're holding a pint of
And
beer.
you have a pillow.
And in the other hand, you have a pillow. And you battle the person, whoever, I guess, spills their beer. Well, they don't have pints, though. It's like plastic cups, right? So glasses don't break, I would assume. Although I think you should involve glass.
It might have been plastic cups.
Glass would be. Here's how you make this a lot more interesting. You use glass mugs, and you don't use a pillow. You just use a sock with quarters in it.
Yeah.
Right?
That could be
I
good.
mean, that's because.
In a Shark Tank.
Listen how they promote this. Beer fights, round 2 even fluffier. That's cool and all. I just say a sock with quarters would make this a lot more fun to watch. But anyway, it's going to be great. I did see the some of the videos and pictures, and it did look hilarious. Check that out. It's at the Bearded Monk.
See, here's the thing. As fun as those kind of things are, I'm not, how do you say, athletic even. Like, I don't even play hopscotch. You know what I mean? Like, I see you out there playing hopscotch sometimes, and I've never joined you.
I've never played hopscotch before.
But I'm more of like a sitting and creating and cutting stuff, even though I'm not very good at cutting either.
Are you gonna somehow get into a promotion about that other?
But I would love. I'm
sponsor?
definitely gonna watch.
I definitely want a car from Denton Auto Classic Chevy.
We're buying cars,
Chevy
guys.
RS. So anyway, check out Deep Wax. Check out the
Classic
the
Ford.
pillow fight, beer fights, round 2 even fluffier. That's how it's labeled on Facebook. It is June 30th. That is tonight at the Bearded Monk.
That's tonight?
Yeah, that is right. It's tonight. No, tonight's not June 30th. I'm an idiot. Tonight is August 30th.
It's tomorrow night.
That's
tonight's August 30th.
May 30th. What is going on right now? Today is May 30th. June 30th is that. So go check that out, Deep Wax Productions.
We're going to be there. We'll be in the building.
All right. Let's go into the intro. We still don't know what we're doing with these sponsors.
Some of my favorite places to eat in Denton include Weinberger's Deli,
Killer's Tacos.
Rusty Taco.
Oh, that's conflicting. I enjoy some cashew chicken from Mr. Chopsticks.
I also like Fuzzy Taco.
I do thoroughly enjoy the gyros over at Yummy's. Gyro or Euro?
Euro. You're right. The pizza over at Cece's, bar none.
Have you had the taco pizza over
I love
at
taco.
Cece's?
It's called Fiesta.
I'm sensing a reoccurring theme here.
Also, the pizza at J&J's.
Yeah. Really anything Denton, because we're very...
Dick's.
Yeah, I love Denton Dick's. That's my favorite.
It's like the best breakfast ever.
Yeah, Dick's.
chicken fried steak if you're gonna go to Old Cartwright.
Old Cartwrights or Old West or Young. Old. Did you confuse Old West and Cartwrights?
Yeah, Old West.
What do you prefer, the chicken fried steak from Old West or Cartwrights?
I prefer the skillet from Old West.
Okay, yeah, skillet, and they call it that pretty quick.
And these are some of the places in Denton we like to eat. All right, let me say two things. One, I didn't know that Weinberger's wasn't.
This is the worst intro. Not just like with the spot. All of this. We should cancel this episode.
Sorry, guys. No.
What do you want to say?
I didn't know Weinberger's was closed. First
Weinberger's
off,
closed.
like 3 days ago.
And we're trying to be
you
more,
know this?
just for those that know, we're trying to be more Denton-centric. So we figured we would share with you guys the fine Denton mom-and-pop chains, such as CC's Pizza
And Cartwright's.
and such.
Wait, how do you know for a fact? You said the Weinberger's thing, and off air, I was like, oh, okay, that's closed, whatever. But realistically,
have you been there before?
I've eaten at Weinberger's at least 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, and they're closing. And the first time I had it, and the one that still stands strong, still going, is the one in Grapevine, downtown Grapevine.
Yeah. I've only been to this one.
It's good, dude.
So what is that going to be? Is it back
know.
to Denton County?
I don't know.
Sandwiches?
Everything's changing up, man. Abby Inn's going too.
See, I want to open up.
Did you hear
Abby.
that?
I want to reopen Abby.
They're already going to reopen.
To what?
To a Horny Toad. That isn't that a Mexican food place, like kind of super northbound on 35.
It's already a thing. They're relocating.
Yeah. I've never had it before. I've seen it before, but
It's Americana.
It's Americana.
I think.
What does
What
that
is
mean?
that
So like
mean? Is that like
burgers,
waffles?
chicken fried steak, all that
Oh,
kind of stuff. I did
I
a
thought it was
Mother's Day
Mexican
buffet
food.
there that was delicious.
That sounds
Really?
good.
So it's good?
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool.
And that
I'm
is
down
what's going to
with
be
it.
there at Abby. We know that for a fact.
I think, right? Have you heard that, Jake?
I actually have no idea if they know what's going to
Okay,
be
I'm
there
just
yet.
making crap up then. That's what
But they are affiliated with the Horny Toads, the same people.
Yeah, I do know that. I do know about that.
Who is? The
The,
Abbey
the
people?
people that run Abbey, yeah.
Huh. Maybe that's it then.
But they're keeping the
That's
Abbey
also
Underground
probably
open.
a lot of hearsay. I believe Abbey Underground is still going to be open. I hope Abbey Underground is still going to be open. I'd love to stand up in that room.
That would be one more
I love doing
one more
stand-up.
casualty to the Denton venue.
I don't think Abbey Underground's going under.
I'm pretty sure
Ground.
that's staying.
Mhm.
That's staying, and the restaurant just might change.
I did see that the
I'm not-
theater right here just got purchased.
No way. Really?
Mm-hmm. And they're going
Which
to keep
theater
it.
is that again? What's it called? Is that the...
It's the Fine Arts, right? The Fine Arts
Okay.
building.
Okay.
And they're going to keep it, I believe they're going to keep it Fine Arts, but I mean, I think they're, I don't know.
Only the finest of arts.
I don't
may
know
enter
what
our
they've-
establishment.
Have you ever been to anything there?
Have I? No, it's never been open.
Has
How
it
would
ever
I
been
have
open?
ever been to any? No.
I've been here for 10
not a
years. I don't
thing.
think it ever has been open. Let's ask Juice.
Juice.
Juicy the Emissary.
Can they hear us
I
outside?
don't know.
He just doesn't care.
Was that Juice? That
Oh.
was Juice?
I think so. I don't know. That guy looks pretty old. That looks like an older Juice. Does Juice have gray in the beard? Maybe it's just a light. Maybe there wasn't.
I don't know.
See you waving?
Let's not wave.
Just
to-
announced that we're giving away $1,000 again. $1,000.
Yeah, we're giving
to the
$1,000 to the next person named Juice. If your name's Juice, you get $1,000.
next- All right.
Hey, it is him.
So before we bring on today's guest, what have you been up to this week, man? What's going on? Give
Oh
us the
my
Richie
gosh,
plug.
I'm going viral. I don't know if you saw that.
What are you talking about?
Going viral.
With what?
All right, I'm not really actually going viral, but I did have like 1,000 plays on a video. That
What was the video?
it was
Why
me
didn't you-
rapping. It was me rapping on Stream Music TV or some.
Which they get a lot of whatever. Right?
Yeah, there's a lot of hip hop fans.
You get
And so
booked from that? You get any gigs? From
I got a lot of
stream?
messages. I decline a lot of things just to make it seem like I'm a little more important. Hopefully, anyone who's ever asked me to do something that I declined isn't watching this. But you know, they're like, "Hey, you should come do this show at the Bomb Factory," and I'm like, it's a little too big.
You're a
for
liar.
Me.
You didn't turn down.
A little
Bomb
too big for
Factory.
me.
You didn't do that.
No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't.
So what else? Vlog's been going well.
Doing
You're vlogging.
vlogs, doing all these. My YouTube channel's going well. I got a music video that's coming. See, I'm actually. Yeah, you'll see. You'll see. Just.
Some more music stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Less magic lately?
No,
More music?
both. Just
Both?
more of both. Less sleep.
You went to the Confetti Eddie Magic Show.
Confetti Eddie.
The Naughty Magic
Naughty
Show.
Magic
You
Show
saw
was
Dave
awesome.
Jessup post.
Yes, it was awesome. He was hilarious.
Okay. You said he had a tough start, right?
It was a very interesting mix.
I mean, I imagine that's pretty hard doing stand-up hosting before a magic show. Well, he's actually plug time is going to be at Harvest
tonight.
Yeah, he's headlining.
Shout out.
He's headlining.
Was he gonna do some magic?
No.
Did you tell that you also have hosted a magic show?
No.
It's very
I'm sure he
interesting.
doesn't
It was
care.
very
I'm
interesting.
Sure he'd believe it.
It was very interesting being at a magic show that I was just like
Just watching. Does it
Yeah,
make you want to
just
get on
watching.
stage? I
Yeah,
mean,
of
that's
course.
how it is.
I hate going-
I don't like going and watching stand-up shows.
I don't like going to concerts or anything because I'm like, that should be me up there. This is okay, Beyonce, good job, but it's my turn.
Beyonce. You went to a Beyonce magic show
A long time ago. I
Can
went
you
to see
imagine the
Beyonce.
tickets to Beyonce doing? If Beyonce just came out and said, "Hey, I am the world's dopest magician," can you imagine the ticket prices to see Beyonce make
$1,000 for
Kanye disappear? That's that's all I want to see.
$1,000
Beyonce
to
make
sit in the
Kanye
back.
disappear. All right, so cool. I've been up to not much stand up here.
hanging out with Godfrey.
The pool's open. No, I haven't been hanging out. Godfrey hasn't hit me up since I've opened for him, believe it or not. I'm pretty sure Godfrey's forgotten about me. My pool's ready. This is not an open invitation to all listeners, but my pool's ready, so that's what I've been doing.
You
I've
need to
been
get some
chilling at the
coconut
pool.
drinks or some pineapple
I've been
drinks.
chilling at the pool, grilling out. I got this mustache going, man. I'm back. Remember last year around this time, what was I doing?
Mustache.
And look what I'm doing right now.
You're back.
Yeah, boy. All right, so we have a dope episode for you guys today. I don't think we've had really. I mean, we have a musician on every week because of you, but I don't think we've had like a band, or I don't think we've had a musician on in a while.
Not in a while.
We have two today.
Two.
Two buddies of mine actually that I knew before all this. One of them was my roommate for the longest time over by the Fry Street areas back in my heavy binge drinking days. And the other is his buddy that he grew up with, that actually lived with us for a while at the house too. So I've lived with both these dudes. They're in a band called DARWN. That's all caps DARWN. Dalton Little and Devin Wilson will be coming in and joining us. So let's play that music, Jake, and get them in here. Yeah. Devin.
And we are back. Thank you. That was
A
commercial
brief
break.
word from our sponsors.
Well, thanks for having us.
What's
Hey,
up, boys?
thanks.
How's it going, dude?
It's going all right.
Good to see you, man.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. I was trying not to. I don't want to talk too much like before the show because I've been wanting to catch up. So
people
you
was
know, we gotta
like,
do
you were
it on
so
the
weird
show.
before the show. You didn't even like say hi to me. It's like, yeah, we don't want to say too much.
What have you been up to, dude? What's been good?
Just same old,
Yeah.
working, playing music,
Yeah,
getting some volleyball.
Dart. You've been playing some v-ball.
Oh, always.
I used to give
Shout
you
out
so
to the
much.
volleyball crew.
I used to give you so much crap, and I now need some kind of physical activity in my life.
Need a little
so
sun.
maybe. Do I?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Compared
a
to
little-
Dalton, you do.
I-
Yes.
Well, yeah. You're always been dark though, dude.
Uh,
You've always been dark. No, I do need it. Like I said, I got the pool going, so I'm working on the tan.
nice.
I'll be out there soon, just as soon as me being shirtless doesn't like hurt people's eyeballs. I think that'll be good. So we got Dalton Little, Devin Wilson from the band DARWN,
Mhm.
is how it's pronounced.
Yep. Darwin.
I have seen. I guess we should have got you guys to send a clip of something. I've seen you guys perform one time at Midway, like I think the first show.
Really?
right?
That was
So,
our first show. Was at Midway,
first
actually.
show ever. How long ago was
Mhm.
that?
That's probably about a year and a half,
Okay.
maybe even 2 years ago.
All right.
We took a
cool.
pretty long break in between to get our album going.
Yeah,
recorded it.
recording and stuff.
So we
Where'd
just
you guys
dropped it.
record at? Wichita Falls?
Nope, my house.
Okay.
Is that in
Mhm.
Wichita Falls?
No, that's right.
They
It used to
said
be.
no.
Yeah. but
Okay, cool. Yeah, dude. So that took like a year and a half to record?
Well, just building up the whole studio
yeah,
in
he
general.
He mixed and mastered
Yeah.
it himself, so
Yeah,
it was a new thing for him.
I mean, I know nothing about
It was
any of that.
I don't either.
long
I
project.
left it to this guy. I just hit
You
things.
just sat around and waited. Like, I'm just gonna hang out
But
for
it's-
a year and a half.
Yeah, that's basically what happened.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
I just
man.
called Dalton
So-
up and he sits down, plays some drums. We're good to go.
Yeah, and I go play volleyball.
So it's like an album out?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
we got
how many
it's on
songs?
Spotify. It's
9
on
songs. I believe.
iTunes. Yeah, 9 songs.
Okay, what's it called?
Act Natural.
Act Natural.
Mhm.
Okay.
Is it spelled normally?
Yes,
It's spelled
it
normal,
is.
yeah.
Wasn't
Very
wasn't Act Natural one of the possibilities for a band name
It was
back in the day?
It
Because I
was.
remember sitting together.
That's
guy.
crazy.
I remember sitting together and trying to help you guys come up with band names.
Yeah, I think you came up with moccasins.
you were you were so dead
I
set
had-
on moccasins.
No. I had a really good one.
Something
It
with a
was
clown.
different.
Oh, there was
It had a
something
clown in it.
ridiculous with the clown.
There was something
It was
great.
Like something with clowns
you
and
can't
bar
get a-
fights.
You can't get a comic to help you with your band name because I'm just gonna that's not something I should be able to do. I mean, Richie's album was titled DICK.
Okay.
Which was an acronym for what?
How's that pronounced?
Dedication, inspire, compassion, and knowledge.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
that's deep,
All right.
dude.
I think
Just,
you just
know,
I
taking
think you
things
just
to the
made
next
that
level.
up. I've literally heard
That's
you tell
fun.
people that's disciples in Christ. Okay, so it's Act Natural,
Mhm.
9 songs. I guess explain to the people that can't hear Darwin right now, which you guys said you can look it
Mhm.
up on
Mhm.
Spotify.
Yeah.
But what kind of music? What is this?
Who plays guitar?
No guitar.
No one.
Except in
What?
one song, guitar.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
keyboard and
dude.
drums, right?
Keyboard and
wow.
drums. I've got 2 keyboards set up, laptop set up. We run all the bass and all the backtracks on that. And
Yeah.
do vocals on top of what we play. Dalton
And I play the
sits
drums.
down like a caveman. Bangs
I
in
hit
some-
things.
I hit things. Sometimes I hit them hard. Sometimes
in the
soft.
most beautiful way.
I have
ever, though.
I've seen you in your metal element, and I've seen
Yes.
you in your Darwin element.
There's definitely different elements. One is less sweaty.
Mm-hmm.
So what would you? I mean, and I don't want you to compare it to anything, but I mean, just
But who
like,
does
what
it
would you
sound
call
like?
the sound?
Very broadly put, whenever we get asked this question, I usually say electronic rock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But we've gotten all sorts of different bands from so many
That
different
you've been
genres
told.
that
Yeah.
that we sound like.
Radiohead.
Doesn't that
Radiohead,
always?
9 Inch
Nine Inch
Nails.
How do
we've
you
heard.
How do you feel when you get because that always kind of trips me out. Like obviously,
It's
like
flattering.
if you like in terms of comedy, if you like the comic, when I hear that, I'm like, oh, that's really cool. But now I don't want to go listen to that comic. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Now I don't want to.
Right.
I don't want to fall too far down that lane where people are like, "Oh, you sound like
Slim Shady.
Dave Attell." Yeah, Slim Shady.
We've heard that one too.
We hear that often.
Yeah. 2 white guys, pretty slim.
Does that ever make you like just want to
No,
like?
I like hearing what people compare us to because that's what they like. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So that's what you can tell. That's what they have been listening to. So
So what do you like that inspired this then? That inspired Darwin, both of you.
well, like I said, Dalton plays metal drums, so he kind of comes from that more
Yeah,
fast
Raw.
technical background.
I went to one of Dalton's metal shows in Wichita Falls
Oh,
like
yeah, I
forever
remember that.
ago, dude.
That was a good one.
At like some DIY house venue.
Yeah,
That was
shout out to
tight.
my metal band, The God Awful Truth.
Yeah,
Little
are you
slight
guys still
plug.
doing stuff?
Yeah, we actually got like several shows coming up in July.
They're all out here too now, right? They're not.
No, Jordan's back in Wichita. Ben's still here.
because we keep
in
saying
town.
Wichita for listeners that don't know.
Wichita
I mean,
Falls.
both of you grew up in Wichita
Yeah,
Falls,
exactly.
Not
Right,
Kansas.
that's how
Wichita
you-
Falls, Texas.
Yeah. Okay, and that's how you both know each other.
Yeah, we went to high school with each other.
Mhm.
Okay, all right.
Started playing music. That's how we met each
Yeah,
other.
they actually was in my metal band at one point.
Really, the same
Yeah.
metal band?
Why'd you
Same
have
metal
to kick
band,
him
different
out?
name.
Yeah.
Why'd you have to kick him out?
Oh, dude, he was a handful. No, actually, I think it was pretty mutual. Just kind of stepped away because we actually
Yeah.
had a break, and then we got back together, and he was like, "Nah, I'm good."
I'm good.
That
I'm gonna
was-
do.
that was
Wanted to do
basically
something
that.
different, which actually turned into Darwin. So.
Dude,
Yeah.
I always
Worked
say
out well.
like that's why I like stand up is because it's just on me. Like it's a lone thing. Like I get to, like I can't get 4 friends to like hang out with me to go out to eat like a sandwich. You know, I can't get 4 friends at Chili's, much less at band practice like 3 times a week. You know, like I mean that's
Yeah.
something that obviously.
It's-
I mean you guys have 2 people, so I
It's
feel like
definitely
that's
easier with 2
it's
people than it is
easier
with
for sure.
right. And you guys
4.
are friends. You already hang out.
But at the
like,
same time, it can be more overwhelming that way.
yeah.
You know what
Plus,
I mean?
like,
Let's
splitting the
work to
money.
disperse.
yeah,
Oh, it's nice.
yeah, splitting the money
We'll
too.
play
That's the
shows.
plus,
Oh, I don't
man.
even think about that.
Like, we
I just
played-
get to take my money.
We played with Aphrodisiacs, and it's like we got paid a little bit less.
Are they
than
back
them.
together?
No, Sid actually moved to St. Croix.
Where?
St. Croix, like the Virgin
I
Islands.
think it's St. Croix.
It's
When was
yeah,
Croix?
it's
St.
When
Croix.
was this?
When was this?
When did Sid move? Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. Time is weird to me, but it's like month.
Time is
and
weird.
a half, 2 months. I don't know.
That's a very telling answer.
Yeah.
Time is weird, man.
That's weird, dude.
You said, wait, when?
Like 2 months ago.
Oh, okay.
A month ago.
Did you
somewhere
ever
in
know
that.
Aphrodisiacs,
Mhm.
Richie? Did you ever see them? You know
Mhm.
Sid? He was,
Sounds
kinda
familiar.
His hair was like just like yours.
Yes, that's
Okay.
one of my best friends.
that's why we did this. Best buds for life. Well, where did DARWN come from? Where did that name? Because I was sitting, dude. I distinctly remember just sitting in that living room, like just everyone spitballing whatever.
Oh.
Like someone would say a word, people would be like, "Wow, this Subway sandwich is really good." Someone would be like, "Sandwich."
Subway.
What? How can we make this a band? Where did DARWN come
But no,
from?
it
And why no
actually-
I in DARWN?
That was kind of more of just a search thing because you look up DARWN and obviously Charles.
A lot of-
That
good old
happened-
Charles is gonna.
Yeah,
pop
I
up.
have a
Yeah.
DJ name where I like, it's like an alter ego producer
Good old Chuck.
named DJ Turntables, but it's like literally the hardest thing to look up.
It's hard to find, yeah.
Because you
DJ
type in
and
DJ
turntable.
turntable and you're gonna get turntable.
Yeah.
That's good though. I like that. But no, like
DJ
it was a
turntables.
while back. Like
In
I
the
think it was
house.
literally because we were sitting on this idea for a long time, and when Charles Darwin was like coming up with his theory, he knew he was going to get a lot of flack, so we just kind of like sat on it for a long time.
Uh-huh.
And while he was sitting on it, some guy, I don't know his name, like basically came up with that same theory like super quick. He was bedridden.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
Steve?
so Steve Madden, I think. But no, so his like Darwin's friends were like, "Hey, dude, like this dude's got the same thing as you. You should probably get that out quick."
Isn't that kind of what happened to the Microsoft guy? Didn't the Microsoft guy get screwed over? Like
Billy
some-
Blanks?
his
I
idea
don't know, I
got
think he
taken or
just
I
something?
think it was
Tybo.
Steve Madden still. I don't know. But no,
The
like
shoe guy? Or are we talking
John
Steve
Madden, dude.
Jobs? Job Madden.
Forbes.
Okay, so
Somebody just tuned in and is like, what's happening?
But no, like we were sitting on this idea for a while, and I think we were doing some drinking and having a nice little talk. We're like, man, we just need to do this like before
Yeah.
someone else does it,
Mhm.
and so it kind of came.
Luckily,
up with
no
that.
one stole it.
Did
far
somebody,
as we know.
did one
Not
of y'all
yet.
say, you know who else
as far as we
needed
know.
to do something before someone else did it? Darwin. And y'all were like, whoa.
I brought.
That's
I
a
think.
good-
I brought up Darwin for
It was
that
it was
reason.
it was your
Yeah,
idea. It
'cause-
was actually the name of the project that we had before this project, same name,
Gotta
but
say that's an
completely
impressive
different.
reference to just bring up mid drinking.
Yeah, what was up with that? Were
I
you
don't
and
know,
your
man.
Darwin at the time?
my
or-
my
Dalton's
my
a
mind
pretty
goes
smart dude.
weird places
Dalton's
I
a
don't know.
smart dude.
sometimes.
We'd had good talks back in the roommate days.
Yeah, when I was your couch guy before
Yeah.
your actual roommate.
Yeah, that's true. You
I
were
got
the
promoted.
couch guy.
I got promoted. I was a
And-
good couch guy.
And then you got a room, and then we had another couch guy. Brian was couch guy.
Oh yeah, he
for
was
a
couch
while.
guy for a little bit.
Yeah.
Even when you have a room though, Dalton, you're still a couch guy.
Nah, I got my
he
own room
prefers
now.
the couch.
Oh, couches
Always.
are cool, man. I like couches.
So you guys moved out of that place, right?
Yeah. I live with Kelly Key now.
Okay.
I got a nice little
Nice.
house. Got my dog back.
Okay.
Well,
Where
we-
was Shoddy at?
She was with my parents.
That's right, you
I didn't
said
have
that.
the room for her.
How's she doing?
She's doing good.
Heck yeah.
She
dude.
actually has allergies right now, so she looks ridiculous. I got her a comb.
I got a cat now, man.
Yeah?
I got a cat. His
I
name
thought
is
you
Fred.
hated cats.
No, I love cats.
Oh, you don't
What's
like
he hated
dogs?
magicians?
I don't like dogs as much as I like dogs.
Bro, Shoddy would be so insulted right now.
I like dogs, right? I like dogs.
Charlie's a big cat though.
She's not a big
Dogs are just sometimes too high energy for me. But I'm able to change my mind. You remember how much I used to say I hated magic and magicians?
Look at this guy.
This guy.
Yeah.
I hang out with a magician like every
I've never
day
seen
now.
your magic.
Oh, do you have
It's
anything
because
on
it's
you?
magic. Dude. It's elusive.
Do you have any cards on you?
I don't. I should, but I don't.
Oh, okay.
I was
I thought you were about to- Oh man, there's
I'm
nothing.
sure there's some here somewhere.
What are you looking for? Some Discover Ditton playing cards. So yeah, man. I don't know.
I like
I feel
cards.
like-
Cards are cool. I enjoy card games. I like numbers.
Yeah, you're a good math guy. I've never been good with numbers. I think you beat
No?
me on some. No, never at all.
You?
dude. Mm-mm. Are you good at numbers?
just
I mean,
like
I feel like
those
magic cards. You have
I
to
mean,
be pretty good
for
at
the
them,
things
right?
that I have to add and subtract, I'm decent.
Nice.
But I mean, in real,
Can-
like I'm not like
Do
going
you
out of
can
my
you
way.
can
to,
you count cards like when you're playing poker or blackjack? Like, can you card
I mean,
count? Could
if
you?
I had, like, a
will your
team-
magic skills help you win a game of cards?
At a home game, yes. At a casino, no.
At a home game though, like you couldn't be
I mean, I
trusted during a
could,
game of poker.
I could, but I mean,
Why don't you do that? Why don't
Once
you go to
you
these
get-
poker tournaments and
'cause-
hustle people?
because you don't think everyone would be watching me right off the bat? Like, no one. First off,
Go into
find
disguise,
some people that
dude.
will play cards with me.
Just go into disguise. Just put
Just
your
like
hair
find
in
find someone that's like, hey, by the way, I brought Richie to the game if that's cool with everyone, and just find a group that's like, yeah, come on, Richie, shuffle him up. Like usually people are like, yeah, can we just skip Richie on the shuffling?
Do you still go do the poker nights? Is that still a thing?
I'm not much like poker's fun, but at
I'm
the
not
same
very-
time, I don't like to just give my money away. And I'm pretty bad at it.
Yeah, same here. And anytime I play like I'm not a serious poker player until I'm playing poker, and then it's like serious.
But
I'm
there's
competitive.
always-
it,
yeah.
like,
Exactly,
Like, it gets
yeah,
me. Like
yeah.
I have no poker face. I get good cards and I start sweating and like.
And then there's the guy
Pacing
that
back and
Yeah, like, literally,
forth. White
there's the guy that always wins, but he also plays online poker all day and all this stuff. I just can't keep up with I can't keep up with it. Like
I don't know.
if I'm playing for real, like legitimately, it's just like, man, I'm gonna lose because this guy plays all the time. He goes like 6 games a week. He's just coming just to
Does
take everyone's
playing
money.
poker more make you better? Is
I
it
mean,
really
here's the thing. You know what
like,
hands to
look
play.
for?
You know what hands to play. Like usually when you go to a home
just
game and you're like, man,
experience
nobody
in
here had any
situations?
Yeah, if you watch poker on
Yeah.
TV and you're like, oh, all these people have such great hands, and it's just because they played the right hands. Like usually, when you play at home, people are like 2 and a 9. Okay, I'll just see what happens. And it's like
That's
you
me.
should never play
Yeah.
that
I don't
2 and
know
that
anything
9
about
ever.
poker.
You don't
So
know
Literally,
anything
like,
about
we had the
poker?
Worst
At all?
thing, worst hands.
Do you remember? You don't remember back in the? You weren't ever back in the day on when it got all big on ESPN and stuff. You never.
Isn't it still big on ESPN?
I mean, I think it is. I
You
think
don't
it's
watch
still
ESPN,
on.
dude.
It's every time on it. No, I mean, it still is on. Dude, it was a big thing back in the day, like watching people play poker
With their millions of dollars that they throw down.
Right.
I couldn't handle it.
and their gold bracelets. It's
I
a
played
bizarre
one time
phenomenon.
at the casino, like
yeah.
actual.
You played
like,
poker, actual
like
poker?
Texas Hold'em, and everybody around
I would be
me.
too scared to play at a casino. Like,
Well, that's
I
the
don't
thing.
think
It
I
was
would-
$100
Bullied
buy-in.
real quick.
Yeah.
It was
real quick.
$100 buy-in, and everybody that was sitting at my table must have been like millionaires, and I literally just had like $200.
You lose all of it?
Yeah, immediately.
Yeah.
This guy's just looking at me. He's like,
Pushed
I'm just
everything
like,
in. All in.
I got a full jacket.
I got these. Does this mean anything?
He's
like,
taking rings off of other people's fingers, and he's like, "I'm betting that."
I'm like,
betting this.
okay, well, I don't.
Nah,
So then I
man.
lost, and then my friend's like sitting there. He goes one round, and then the second round he loses, and we walk away. And he's like, "Man, that was awesome." I was like, "No, we just paid $100 to get whooped by a bunch of people that don't even are way older than us."
Nothing to them.
That's
Yeah.
why I don't know. It's like that. I guess I'm cheap because when someone like says let's go to a casino, it doesn't sound fun to me because the first thought I think of is losing money. Although
Yeah.
you have the chance to win money, that never crosses my mind.
You barely have the chance to win money. That's what you should think. Like you could. There's that chance that you might just put like $20 in a
That's a
machine
good way
and
to
go
look
home
at
with
it.
like $500. But most likely, you're just gonna be out that 20. And
See,
you gotta,
the one time I got convinced was in Cincinnati after a show. My buddy lived out there, so he took us to the casino, and I put 20 on black in roulette. Won $40. Put that 40 on red in roulette. won $80, and I left.
No,
I was
that's-
like, all right,
that's
that's
the way to do
enough.
Smartest thing you could have done.
That's enough.
One day I
I was
put-
in there maybe 30 minutes.
I put like a 20 in a machine and like a slot machine, and whoever was at it before me just had it all to like the max like money. So like when I went, it just like took all of it pretty much,
Jeez.
and I was like, no. And then I ended up winning like 120 or something like that
Nice.
off of that. And I was like, that's like the most I'd ever won. I'd been to like 100 times to the place, and then whenever I finally cashed out, I was like, I'm just gonna keep this money. Like I'm gonna go straight to the thing. And I was just walking to the restroom, and there was like a Sopranos game that was like, "Hey, buddy," or something. I was like, I gotta try this, and I tried it, and then I just lost
it all.
all of it. It's just not like 120, 90, 70, 30, 20,
Gone.
10, and then I'm like, you know what?
See, slots, like I don't trust any of it.
No,
I mean,
you
I just-
shouldn't,
I
because then
think
you don't
every-
even really know what's
Ma-
actually happening.
Max bet's the way to go, though, if you're going to do slots. That's,
For sure.
That's the only way you're going to win.
Okay,
I won
so
big
you're,
one time.
I was gonna say, so you know
Oh,
nothing
let's
about
go-
poker, but slots.
One time I put 20 in a machine. It was in New Orleans. Actually went down for Mardi Gras, me and my girlfriend at the time. And,
Was this on like the French Quarter, like?
oh, yeah.
Okay,
It was
Just
Harris.
any of those
Harris,
random places you
huge
can-
casino,
Yeah.
and it was a pain to park. So the casino offered, hey, you come play for 30 minutes, free parking. So we would go and play for 30 minutes every day. On the last day we were there, put 20 in slots, ended up walking away with like $1,200.
See, that's
Very
the way to
nice.
do it. That's a good deal. The free parking,
We've
they
never
get
won that.
people in there spend
Yeah,
money,
that's a
and
good
they
deal.
could potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll never win again after that.
Right, and
Like
then I
that-
spent like 200 on one round from the bar.
Yeah, yeah.
See,
yeah.
I mean, and you can ask like old gamblers, like in life, you're always down if you're a gambler, right? There's the moments where you do come up and this and that, but for the most part, you're just always like,
That's
and
so
that's what keeps
depressing.
you addicted.
you're just always down, but
Yeah.
you're always fighting because that
Chasing
chance,
that
that
dragon.
that time you won $1,200, although you've lost $6,000 ultimately, like
It doesn't matter.
yeah, it doesn't matter because you won that 1,200 that
Yeah,
one time.
exactly. Feels good to win.
Man, I told my mom one time when it was like all on ESPN, I was like, I want to be one of those guys. I want to be a professional poker player. And she beat me. And I got a long talk. Not at poker.
Oh,
She
okay.
beat me, and I got a long talk. Like, she just got so mad. I don't know who in our
I
family has a
would
crippling
never.
gambling addiction, but
I would never tell my mom that. Mom, I want to be a
I
professional.
was young. I was like too young and dumb to really know. You know what I mean? That like it was an issue. I thought it was just, oh, these cool rich guys just keep making money. I didn't know
No.
most of these guys probably like are divorced and have lost their
And
family.
die.
And all
Most
they have
people
are
die
like
when they play too
swimming
much
pools
poker.
full
Is that
of
a
gold
fact?
bracelets.
Yeah, like they're like almost every.
No, they don't.
Almost
Where's
every
your source
book.
at? I want to see that.
All right, let's see. Almost
Oh, you
every
got it?
book. Let's see. What's his name? Steve Warren.
Are you lying right now?
Steve
No.
Madden.
Steve Madden.
Steve
Steve
Yeah.
Madden, back to callback.
Yeah,
That's what we
dude.
call.
Hold
What got
on.
us onto Steve Madden again? Why are we even?
He
Are
said
those
he-
comments for
It sounded like Steve
what we're
Madden.
doing now?
Yeah, those are comments.
Oh,
Danielle, what's up?
Danielle, what's up? That's cool. I didn't even realize.
I know her.
Yeah, we know her.
We know her too. Danielle's great. How do you guys know Danielle?
We know her
Back
for
from
a long time. Right when we moved
She
here to
from
Denton,
Wichita?
actually.
Oh, okay,
like
okay.
like
No.
freshman year of college. We had it was called the Freak House. We used to get down.
The
We used to
Freak
get
House?
down.
Freak House. It was a couple of buddies of ours. They were in a band called Freak the Mighty.
Okay.
People called it the Freak Mansion,
I've
but it wasn't,
heard
it
of
wasn't
Freak
a it
the
was a
Mighty.
mansion.
Okay.
They played around town for a year or two.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that's how I met Kelly Key.
Okay. Who
Yeah,
you're living
there's
with
a lot
now?
of
Yeah, my roommate now. It's a callback. Known him for
Such a
years
small
now.
town, dude.
Yeah, I know.
And it's crazy how I like never say. Like I said, like my phone had recent. I'm gonna save that right now because I always forget to like save people's numbers too. I'm gonna save yours right now because, dude, I see you driving all the time in your red car,
How can
and
you
then I
miss
can
me?
never call
shirt.
you.
No shirt. Probably smoking a cig.
That's hilarious, and I can never call you.
No
Where do you,
shoes.
where do you guys practice at? Now that you have a house, you have a practice space and
Mhm.
all
His
that.
place.
Yeah, we got a
Yeah.
bedroom completely dedicated to.
So how often
music.
do you practice? How often does
Not-
the
not
band-
enough.
Not enough.
Not enough at all.
At least once a week. We're trying to get it to up to 3, but
Yeah.
And I mean, you
But
practice
honestly, we
for
don't-
live shows, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you're in a point right now, like, 'cause forgive me because I don't make music, you know, like, so you're at a point right now where it's like you're not creating new music. You need to work
we
on
just
the stuff
started
for the album.
creating some new music.
Yeah.
'Cause
Okay.
We've been all about the album recently.
So it's a mixture of both. Like, you
Yeah.
got to practice stuff for live shows
It's like,
from
yeah,
the
we'll-
album, but you also still want to keep creating.
And when it comes to practicing-
well flowing.
Yeah, when it comes to practicing, it's just so easy. We don't really have to practice long because I usually will write something, and then I'll show Dalton, and then 10 minutes later he's got something down because he's
Yeah.
awesome. But usually practice is literally just routine, running like practicing for shows or anything, or
pretty
writing.
Because for a while
But-
there, at the place we were living at, for obviously the people that weren't living there that don't know, Dalton used to have at the house. Used to have that electric drum
Mhm.
set,
Yeah,
It's-
man.
and you'd
We've
have to
come a
do it
long
with
way.
you'd have to do it with headphones.
Yep.
And
Which
If
is
I wanted to
actually
show
almost
someone, I
ideal.
couldn't listen.
Yeah, but
Check this out.
it's almost ideal. The electric what?
Yeah, that's how it was.
The electric
Literally how it was.
the electric drums are
yes
ideal?
and no. Yes and no.
Why?
Actually
I don't
contributed.
think so.
The drummer.
Wait,
Wait, I want to hear this.
Okay,
I wanna,
okay. You have the floor.
It actually
You got the
kinda
talking
contributed
pillow. You get the pillow.
to a little bit of how the genre of the first album kind of came out, because a few of the first songs that we wrote like that.
Yeah.
So everything's a lot more crisp, clean cut, almost pure electronic, because I mean it's electronic drums.
Yeah.
You know, so a lot of the stuff that would write on top of it was kind of more catered to that.
Right.
Versus practicing on a real live set.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
so
that
it's
makes
a little
sense.
bit different. And you can definitely tell with the music that we've been writing now, it's completely different. It still has our style, still us, but
It's a different sound.
different
Little
sound.
More,
just because,
little more raw
of
with
our
it.
studio now, we've got the whole setup going.
But then why do you prefer that?
Well, like in terms of toms and all that stuff, it does probably sound a little bit better because it's technically all mic'd and whatnot. But mainly it's the cymbals for me. Like on an electric drum set, like you have like basically 3 sounds. Like you have like a little ping, you can crash it, you can hit the bell.
Yeah.
With a real cymbal, there's all this in between action that you really can't get, and I like messing with all of those dynamics.
It can sound cheesy at times.
Yeah, and it's just
See,
the
what
feel
I'm
of it.
hearing here is you just enjoy playing the normal drums, and then when he has to mix and do
It's
it all at
so
the
annoying
end,
for
it's
him.
such a you
Yeah,
know what?
no, I
He's
know.
like,
We're working on a
sleepless nights
working
while
on
you're
a
playing
compromise.
sand volleyball.
No,
We're
ideally,
working on a compromise.
ideally his drum set, and eventually what will happen will be
It'll be a hybrid.
half acoustic, half electric.
So I can have my.
I was gonna say, is that
my
a thing?
preferences.
How do you build it?
Have you seen the pads? They've got the pads.
Yeah.
It's like 8 pads on there, but you can put any audio sample to it and then hit it with
Yeah, it'd
stick.
still be a normal drum set. I would have like a section of pads, and I want to have an electric bass drum that I could have, so I could have some nice 808 stuff.
Do you remember that one time we were at Rip Rocks and that guy was sitting there watching you write music, and he started giving you tips on drumming, and then he kept asking me, he goes, man, I know you look familiar. And when he left, I realized it was that one guy that tried to charge the stage at me at Haley's. Oh my! Have you
Heckled
heard
us both
this
in the
story?
same night.
I had, oh my God, yeah, when I started and was not very good at, I had a joke, I had a suicide joke, but it was in reference to myself, like just not enjoying my own life, and this dude, I guess it just triggered him badly because he started coming up to the stage crying, talking about how their friend had killed themselves.
It's like that night,
day.
yeah, which
And-
that sucks, but I don't know.
And
Way to
I,
go to a
not
comedy
even
show.
thinking about it, I said, why are you here? And in a genuinely concerned thing, and people laughed, and I was like, oh no. And then he gets mad, tried to charge the stage. Haley's had to sneak me out that night. So like months and months later, me and Dalton are just sitting at Rip Rocks. Dalton's writing sheet music, and this guy is just trying to give you all these tips on writing music.
What are you writing music for?
I'm pretty sure I was writing some stuff for the metal band, which is not easy. I'm much better at playing than writing for sure.
And so he keeps telling me, he's like, you look familiar. I was like, I don't know, maybe you see me do stand up. And then remember he started doing he's like, oh, and he just started doing
Really
all these
cheesy
stolen
one-liners.
one-liners from like Hedberg and stuff, and then when he leaves, it registered to me that was the guy that charged the stage. I've yet to see, that guy's face is now burned in my mind. That's so funny, dude.
Oh, it's always fun being taught how to write music when you're doing it, you know? It's the best.
Yeah, I bet. It's also really wonderful to hear jokes that were stolen from a dude. And man, that was crazy. That guy was upset. I had to be literally. They had to walk.
How
me
did
to
this
my
happen
car
exactly?
At Haley's.
What do you mean by charge the stage?
Were you there?
How
that
much did he
night?
charge?
Were you there at the
I
show?
wasn't.
Okay.
You told me about it. I wasn't there though.
I mean, this was the way old Haley's was built. I'm on the stage, and he was in the pool area, not even watching the show. He just heard it, then turns the corner and starts coming up to the front of the stage. And, he's standing there. He's like, you're not funny. I'm a
into the mic?
He
or?
starts saying, he's like, I'm a comedian. You're not a comedian. No, he's just standing at the floor of the stage,
man.
screaming at me. And then I said something. I was like, dude, I've never seen you before. What are you talking about? He was just trashed and had a really tough day. But I just thought about that the other day, just sitting there and
That was a
running
while
into
back.
it. Dude, oh my God. You gotta be
Wow.
more careful. It's a small town.
It is.
I gotta start liking my life better. That really offends people. So what's going on lately? You guys got shows coming up, right?
We got a
Got
show
any
Friday
plugs?
at the Midway Mart.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should be a
I'm
good
there
one.
tonight.
Midway Craft House.
Midway Craft House.
Oh, not the
Apologies.
Mart. The Craft
Not the
House.
Mart.
You're gonna be at
Apologies.
Midway Mart.
No, I'm gonna be at the Craft House too.
Oh, okay, cool.
I
Wait,
messed that up.
tonight.
We all don't know where we're performing at.
Yeah, they just tell me
I'll be
where
at
I-
Midway
where
Go to
I'm supposed
Midway.
Jake, you can go ahead and.
I'll be at
Uh,
Midway Mart tonight.
Are you? What are you
No,
doing?
I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
Midway Mart. See, I'm confused now. Craft House. So Friday.
Are
what
they
time's
owned by
that
the
at?
same company? Can we get that
Friday.
out?
Yes, it's
Yeah,
the
same people.
Yes.
10
Told
o'clock?
you.
10?
We'll be playing at 10:30. Mr. Breakfast is opening up for us. Music starts at 9.
Okay. What about Spotify, SoundCloud? Where can people find Where can they find the album? Act Natural.
Spotify, YouTube.
Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud,
iTunes.
iTunes, Bandcamp, Darwin, DARWN. For
Are
the
y'all
people.
on Tidal?
What was that?
Tidal. That's the other one.
Yeah, Tidal, Deezer. You heard of that one?
What?
You ever heard
Zango
of
I
these?
haven't heard of any of these.
LimeWire.
Yeah,
What is Spotify?
LimeWire.
Bearshare.
Spankster.
Is it on Napster?
Napster. Yeah.
It is.
So it's Darwin, capital D, capital A, capital R, W-N.
Bingo.
Act
Get that on
Naturals, the
mp3.com.
album. Check them out. Richie, plugs. Do it.
I'm gonna be doing trivia. I'm gonna be on Music Stream or Stream Music TV next Wednesday evening in Dallas. Look for me on Deep Ellum. In Deep Ellum, I'm gonna be dressed up as me last year. So let's see if anybody recognizes me.
Hell yeah. As you know, every Wednesday we have this thing going. I have the Killer's Taco Thursday open mic, Sunday open mic at Bearded Monk. Tonight I will be telling jokes here at around 7:30 at Midway Craft House, where also Darwin will be playing this Friday.
Trivia and Game Changers, by the way.
Trivia at Game Changers. So tonight I'll be at Midway Craft House telling jokes. Then at 9 o'clock I'll be at Harvest House. So 2 chances to see me do the thing, and I'll be doing different sets. Darwin, Dalton, Devin, dude, thanks for coming out.
Thanks for having us.
Appreciate it, man.
Darwin,
appreciate
Dalton,
it.
Devin,
No,
dude.
A lot
triple
of
D.
Ds.
That was good.
A lot of D's.
Check out Darwin, Act Natural. This is the Nobody Knows every Wednesday, 5:30. Bye, people.
Late.
Signing off.
Well, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. We want to invite you to join us on Facebook and check out our friends Deep Wax Productions as well as Classic of Denton.